Hey, RPM Trey Vietnam in this bitch. Whew, man, happy birthday to my youngest son. Just turned 4 yesterday. Hung out with him. Took the day off of work. It was good too, because then I can let my back recover from what it's been going through. Uh, feel a little good today. I slept decently last night. Didn't get a whole lot of sleep, but I was in another world, dreaming and shit. I've always been the kind of person that remembers dreams. Like every night I go to sleep, I wake up, I remember something. I don't never just be sleeping and then wake up and be like, I don't know where I was. There's always something lingering. Sometimes really detailed dreams. I've had reoccurring dreams that have manifested in real life that have convinced me of, that weird shit that you hear and then you're like, motherfucker act like he's psychic or he tapped in or something like that, and the stories be sounding like bullshit. And from stories like that, of people having premonitions to stories about ghosts and all that other shit, which I think might be able to be explained scientifically, whatever that was, as far as the 11 dimensions of reality. I like that type of shit. I'd rather talk about that than racial shit, metaphysics, and all of that, man. I like that whole train of thought, to put yourself on something, on a higher plane of thinking than all of this superficial shit down here that don't even need to happen. But there's something about the acceptance of how the world just works, and then what it is that you need to do. And I think gun ownership is one of those things that should naturally draw people to it, in the idea of self-preservation, which is the first law of nature. The first rule of nature is self-preservation. The Constitution, people like to try to praise this shit for being First Amendment first. You can say what you want, freedom of speech and religion, and to assemble peacefully for protest and whatever the fuck else. But I think the Second Amendment should have been first, and it is, to me, it's step number one. Before I can get close enough to you to punch you or shake your hand or give you a fucking hug, way before that, I'm going to present myself armed. That's number one. Before I get a chance to say a fucking word to you, boy, I got a gun on me. Right away. That's where we're going with this visually, from yards away. You're going to be like, oh, armed man. That's first. That speaks volumes visually, way before you get close enough to me to be even speaking to you. None of that. It's the first law of nature, man. Self-preservation. Step number one. I'm in this bitch. No one touch me. That's step number one. Let's get that clear. So, that's whatever. The fact of the matter is that the world is just like kind of wild, kind of crazy. And there's a certain level of acceptance that you got to have for that should lead you into gun ownership. It should lead you into wanting to be as positive as possible. And it should lead you into the realization that bad things tend to happen when bad people rule the world, because they have something that good people don't have very often. That is the propensity for fucking violence. Good people want to be so fucking good that they don't. And this drives me fucking nuts, because I can see it being funneled into a particular line of thinking when people do understand and embrace the idea that sometimes if you want to stick up for some good, you got to be violent. But you guys compartmentalize these things into law enforcement, military service, and all this other shit, as if those duties are not the duties of every able-bodied man. But I think that they are, though. There's no way that I can be in the world, to be operating in the world, to be having any grace in a world like this, or to be in the world being a fucking asshole to anybody. None of that would matter. To be here and then to say that you have complaints or grievances that you're not even willing to die for, is like that, then you're bitching. If you got an issue and you got a solution, now we can talk. But if you're doing a whole lot of complaining about the world at all, and your best bet is to beg or go along to get along, you're pussed out. You fucked it up. That's what I think. And to me, I feel like a lot of this shit is undebatable, because a lot of the shit that I say, I think is undebatable. And I don't mean to sound egotistical, like I'm always right. I am very surprised and disappointed when other people just can't clearly and logically see what the fuck it is that I'm even saying in the first place. What the fuck do you owe a government like this, or any government for that fucking matter? They couldn't even pass their own background checks that they try to enforce on people. Some countries say, you motherfuckers can't have no guns. We're not even going to discuss this shit. That's wild. In America, we know that that's wild because it sounds very foreign to us to think that a government should even be able to do that to us. While we literally put all of our energy, hope, faith, and confidence inside of a piece of paper as if that's what's holding us together. That's not what's holding us together. It's literally your propensity for violence to defend all of your fucking rights, or how willing you are to be somebody's bitch, that if they write it on the magical paper, you say, okay, you guys won. Because you have made, you have successfully gotten the right people at the right time to agree to some temporary bullshit that came out of nowhere, then now all of a sudden what? I can't say what I want, or I can't have this gun? There's a problem here. Other countries got fucking natural rights, and all of those people are being oppressed, and we're watching it happen. It's not a matter of tell them to get a constitution, tell them to get it on paper first. That's the best way to do it. Now, the best way to do it is when your government starts talking that shit, you light they ass up, because what the fuck else even matters anyway? Do you deserve what it is that they're doing to you? I feel like that you feel like you don't deserve this shit. But I know what they deserve for doing it, because I know what I would deserve for doing it to you. It ain't even that hard to figure out. This shit is undebatable, bro. I wouldn't think that I can get away with what government does to you. And if I tried it on you, I would have to know that I would be deserving of something that I would be looking forward to possibly having to face one day. And if you got me, I'll say, okay, you got me. You got me. You stopped me from doing what to you what I wouldn't let you do to me, motherfucker. Fuck you think this is? They won't let us do them like that. We can't even say the right shit without being like, domestic T-word. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are. Everything you say is a threat. If government can say anything to you without threatening you, I want to know what it is. Can somebody quote me or show me something that, hey, government said this to you and there's no threat implied whatsoever? All of it implies a threat. And I think that's weird that you motherfuckers act all tough, smart, virtuous, and all types of shit, but then you don't know how to muster the energy to tell the bad guy, the bully of all bullies, to fuck off or fight something, because we're not going to stand by and watch them. And a lot of times, great failure, attempt to enslave us by what it is that we think and feel and how scared of them we would be. But they public servants, though. This shit has got way out of hand, and it shouldn't even sound that fucking crazy to y'all to hear me fucking say this shit. Who the fuck thinks that I sound weird? I sound weird. No, the fuck I do not. They got a higher body count than I've got, because I've never killed anybody. They have been known for fucking trafficking drugs, trafficking children. The banking system is enslaving you. If I came up with a system that was like this, that was intended on doing this to even one person, you would call me something. They've done it to the whole fucking world, and somehow I'm the problem when I go, I don't know if they're supposed to be getting away with this. And talking to them ain't gonna work. Are you insane? They told you to talk through their conduits, to which they control, so that they know that they can effectively stop you. Do you think that we can take any grievances that we have with this country or any other country to paper, then expect for them to police themselves? I think they get what they want. Even if they got to smoke a sitting president, they gonna get what they want. This shit is gonna move in their direction or else. I don't know what it is that we all owe them no peace. We owe them no peace or no nothing. And these are just observations. I'm not asking nobody to do nothing. I'm asking you to tell me that we need to leave them the fuck alone, because they're fine and everything is okay. Tell me that then. Say the opposite of what I'm saying instead of taking what it is that I'm saying as some kind of call to action or anything like that at all. No, I'm not. I'm asking for you to either agree with me or talk in the opposite direction directly to me and articulate what you're talking about, so I can see if you sound like a fucking psycho or not. Because you'd have to sound like a psycho to say the opposite of what it is that I'm saying. Government does not deserve no revolt. They have committed no crimes against humanity or none of that shit. This is what it would sound like for you to say that I sound stupid. You got to talk like this now. So let's hear it. Somebody get in my fucking chat or invite me onto a fucking podcast of any fucking kind and tell me, no, talk like this, and then just reverse fucking flip-flop everything I fucking say, and let's see if you sound stupid. I think you do. There's no, not only would I imagine, let's say inside of a Quentin Tarantino movie or some epic fanciful story of humanity. Let's say that that's what all of this is, and that is nothing more than that. That is some level of entertainment that is not even real. Okay, let's imagine it's not real. I would imagine at this point that we are in a world with America being like this last beacon of hope because they haven't tricked us out of the things that they have tricked other countries out of. And that is, don't really say those kinds of things, especially while you're getting popular. I mean, America does it too. People act like this don't happen in America, but they do though. They silence people who talk too fucking much, just like they do in other countries. But here, they can't do it on a mass scale because we do have all of these guns. And part of that, they kind of like that. And I think because America has gotten so great that they have to ponder methods to subdue us in ways that people won't see coming. And if they can get your heart and emotions into it, then they know that they got you. Because check this out. For example, all of the racial divides and shit like that. If they turn the lights out and we went into any level of civil unrest at all, any kind of a total government shutdown, as if we were maybe attacked on our mainland. Imagine being like totally fucked up and attacked on the mainland, right? And have things going to like total like crazy chaos. I'm not talking about like New York in 2001. I mean like do New York 2001 and let's say it's in like 7 or 8 different spots around the fucking country. Either all at once or in rapid succession where it just back to back to back. I think we'd have a hard time composing ourselves, not just in the violence that all of that would bring along with it, but the uncertainty of how far this is going to go and what's going to happen next. I think we fall apart. They wouldn't even have to really do that because they like this fucking place. They want to keep it relatively intact so that they can use it later. So they're not going to do like crazy shit like that. Maybe I would doubt that they would do that. They wouldn't even need to do that. I think I've caught on to their plan. It's not like I'm militarily inept to think in this way. I think that I'm watching them do things and then I'm just interjecting my logical imagination into it to wonder where it is that they could carry this if these are the things that I know that I'm looking at. And weakening that border, weakening California and the whole West Coast with their bullshit gun laws that seem to align itself along an entire coast of a country like this, making these people vulnerable to foot soldiers if they invaded. California militarily looks like a soft spot. And I think that's weird that a country like this would allow that to happen right in front of them. While it's breaking their oath of the Constitution, no less, that this would even happen. Not only did it jump over your magical Constitution and then piss on it, not only did California and the rest of the West Coast do that right in front of everybody, it also doubles as a soft spot in case they do what it is that it look like they're trying to do. They're trying to surround this country, maybe. And they want to keep it intact and they don't want to go too crazy and they want to be able to write history the way they want and to take the moral high ground on all this. They're going to make it look like some kind of an accident, maybe some nature or some natural disasters or another pandemic. And then maybe the national grid goes down. They won't stop talking about, oh, what if the national grid goes down? Why y'all keep saying this shit out loud in front of everybody? It's like y'all broadcast it to anybody who wants to formulate a plan, but you all planned it. But just shout it out and be like, America's tough as fuck unless you fuck with our energy. You might get us if you do that. Why would you say that out loud to everybody over and over again? And they constantly do this out loud over and over again. Yet they say that other things could be classified information that if it got out, it can expose vulnerabilities in our security, and that would be bad. Don't do that. This is what they say about some of their other shit, right? But then they do this shit, constantly broadcasting. They act like they don't understand Machiavellian law or nothing at all, that you or even Sun Tzu's The Art of War, that you should be appearing to be strong when you're not, appear to be weak when you're actually not. This is what you're supposed to be doing, right? They act like they don't understand it. Little old me, I understand that. I hear it. I don't always exercise it, but I hear it, and I'm working towards, shaping who the fuck it is that I am and how I do my thing, right? But they supposed to be so fucking dope. And look at them doing this shit. It looks so clumsy when you're supposed to give them so much respect for who they are that I had to say that when y'all look stupid, y'all are doing that on purpose to get y'all. It's actually a smart move when y'all be looking like y'all dumb, broadcasting, giving it up. But they want that to be planted inside your mind that the national grid could be an issue. That way, when it happens, it's gonna look like they know what they're talking about. They foreshadow things for our benefit because they are intelligent, but they're not gonna stop you though. They're not gonna stop the pain, is what I mean. They're not gonna stop the pain, but they predicted this shit with doing absolutely nothing. They can fuck that national grid up and they know it. They want you to expect that to happen. So when it happens, then you go, I've predictably grown accustomed to the idea of this. And the whole time you trying to prep, You got your guns and shit. You trying to do your thing, but that racial divide and other divides are going to come into play later. Because if they turn the fucking lights off and things go crazy here at all, like if they send our boys off internationally to get into some shit, and the fucking lights, oh wow, that's going to fuck this country up. We wouldn't survive that shit at all. And you can take us down from the inside because we would eat each other with all these divides that we got going on, and then they can just waltz through here later on and clean up the rest of it and probably subdue this country without blowing up a whole bunch of shit. They're not going to flatten this fucking country. They like this shit. They want this shit for themselves. They like this fucking place. I do too. And you should like it enough to love it. You should love it enough to fight for it. There's nothing else to lose, really, is what I'm saying. You guys are crazy. Y'all are waiting way too long to be as smart and as tough as you pretend to be. I think a lot of y'all are some bitches, man. Niggas out here bitches, man. All these fucking gun guys all over YouTube, soft bitches. Ain't nobody thinking like nothing. I had a motherfucker racially threaten me. He don't even know me. Use race to threaten me off of a fucking YouTube short that I made out the blue. Said when the Civil War come, hood boys like me won't even see where the shot came from. Is what he said. As if these tools that he talking about, they only made his and then they didn't make no more. But they make those guns, dude. What makes you think that no one else has that? Like, we don't understand. We play Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, nigga. A high purse gives you the advantage. Crow's nest, all that type of shit, nigga. We'll be in trees in ways you don't want to see niggas in trees. We'll be shooting back at you, bro. This is crazy. And to me, the racial divide would never subdue my subconscious, because really I already understand a ground roots acceptance that I have with how the world works. Violence is violence. Your reason to bring the violence to me won't even matter to me. It's not going to emotionally affect me. I won't care at all. If you're a black guy, you found a reason to want to hurt me, and we're also black, in your eyes, none of the racial togetherness fucking matters. You came to hurt me, and then if that's the case, then I hurt you in the same way that I would the racist guy who had nothing to grieve at me about but the fact that I'm a black dude, and that was enough for him to be full of homicidal rage. And that's crazy, because I wouldn't act like that towards him, but he acts like he should act like that towards me because I'm a savage. He's got the moral high ground because he's holier than thou somehow. But look at what it is that he's doing. He's proven that I am the one, and he is the savage that deserves to be put down for even talking like that. That's crazy to me. It's weird. And what are you mad at? Because black people tend to kill other black people. You look safe. You should relax. Like, I don't understand. But the racial divide ain't never meant to make sense, man. They got you where your heart is at, and then they see who the divide gonna work for, so that we got a plethora of reasons to fight each other when this shit pop off, and they won't have to do too much of anything. They be like, see, y'all don't deserve to be here. Y'all are animals. Look at what you done to yourselves. Look at what you done to yourselves. And we'll come in and save you bitches with this digital currency, because now we got to watch you, because we don't trust y'all, because y'all just exhibited a great level of violence. Whole time, government has killed 260 plus million of their own people outside the declarations of war in the past 100 years. It's called democide. They had to give the fucking body count a name. They don't get to tell me what to do about nothing. Do you understand me? Where is it that they got the power to tell me what to do when this is who they are and I ain't never hurt nobody? I won. Now they can't say shit to me about nothing that I don't choose to go along with. It's the death threat as soon as I go, no, I don't got to listen to you. The second they even said anything to me, you just threaten my life, bro. Because I don't have to, I'm a fucking human being, bro. I don't got to talk, deal with, or associate with you at all. You got to force me into that. As soon as you do that, just know you are the bad guy in this scenario, and you should fucking stay the fuck away from me, bro. You should stay the fuck away from me. I don't got to like you. I don't owe you no peace or nothing. That's bottom line, yo. Anything outside of that, y'all are crazy. It's a harsh reality that y'all won't face because y'all are scared. And this is the reason. It's because you guys are scared of what? Dying. But you're going to die anyway. Death is out here surfing. That nigga going to get you. You're not going to run from him forever. Stop being so fucking scared of that part, and then stand up for what you know is right, because they willing to die for their evil shit. They proud of it. They love the death. It's a death cult. This military shit across the earth, it's a death cult, right? That's what they're there for. And militaries hardly do any defending. The ones that find themselves in a defensive position were once on the offense against someone somewhere. I don't give a fuck. They all want to play victim, but they're all bad guys. I saw a video the other day that I hadn't seen in a couple of years, but when I seen it, it was shocking. This guy shot over the top of the bed of his truck, and a cop put the cop down. with an AR. He stood over him, put one in the top and all that. He did that to the cop. And I took a big sigh when I first saw it. And I went, man, two bad guys going at it, and that bad guy won. Neither one of them seemed like good people to me. And people go, oh, the cop. And I went, I don't give a fuck about the cop. He chose to do that, first of all. You got to accept what happens after that. You knew that was going to happen. You feared it would happen. You've thought about it seriously. If you take your job seriously and you say you accept that challenge seriously, all of that was real serious until somebody starts shooting at your happy ass. I don't care, and I don't have to care that happened to him. I don't have to care about the bad guy either. I'm not rooting for him. I just see two bad guys fighting and one of them won. I don't give a fuck about either one of them. Why would I have to care about either one of them? I don't. But y'all find it shocking that I don't care about the cop. That's crazy. Because that same cop would have killed me over $200 if they wrote me a citation that I choose to ignore to the end of me. That I never let them address me about that fucking citation. If I did that, it would lead to my death. And he would have did it. That's the truth. And if it's not the truth, somebody got to timestamp me saying that in the video. Quote me in the comment if need be. And then say what it is that I should have said that would be more sensible and logical than what it is that I fucking said. There's no way. He would have killed me for the $200 citation if I stood on that shit and never let it go. Because they fight you to the death. What if I said I'm going to resist to the death? They'd be like, well, then we'll kill you then. This is what an honest conversation would sound like with some truth serum between the average citizen and the average cop. He'd just say, well, I'd have to kill you for that $200, man. And I know it sounds crazy, but I have a job to do. They'll talk right past you like that's some kind of excuse. But the Nuremberg trials proved that that's not an excuse at all, man. And we look at right at all of the truth. And no one wants to apply, but everybody act like they smart, diligent, honorable, respectable, knowledgeable, well-meaning, decent human beings. This is what you all think you are, and you're all fucking lying. What decent human being will look at all of this shit and understand it all and go, it's not my responsibility to do nothing and to say nothing to nobody about nothing. Who feels like that about this, the way the world is? I think y'all weird, man. Y'all are weird. Vote again. Vote again. Good luck, dummy. Good fucking luck, man. God damn. Just let the record reflect that somebody saw them and did not want none of this shit and thought that we should be doing something. Just know that that's me, bro. I thought we should have did something. Just know when this shit is on fire and everything's all fucked up and all of these different things start happening. You can see them setting up all of this stuff for it to all fall. The money system, the military industrial complex. They got these weapons contracts. They're constantly using this threat of AI to integrate for what? They're not trying to you use the AI really to do too much beneficial shit. They let you do the beneficial shit. You down here like kids in the sandbox playing in the fucking dirt. They instantly go to weaponizing shit. They want that AI to show them how to kill shit. Y'all wow, and y'all sit right here and watch them do that. The very first time I seen any one of them little robots. First thing I said was, oh, they gonna put a gun in the hand of that one. They gonna put a gun on them. When I saw them little AI, the Robo Dogs. As soon as I saw that Robo Dog, I was like, man, they gonna put a gun on that. They gonna get that motherfucker a badge and a gun. They gonna give him a badge and a gun, bruh. Very first time I seen that shit, it might have been 10, 12 years ago, 15 years ago, when social media really started cracking, when it really became common, and became a form of entertainment and information. That's what's dope about the internet. There's a lot of good shit there. I think most of the internet is actually good. I think people just use a lot of the internet shit for bad. And I like that the internet exposes to us how humanity really is. Like when this racist dude popped out and said this shit, I used to feel like it was really hard to find a white guy that really felt like that. But he thought that he was morally superior to me. And because of that he can threaten my life right on social media without even knowing what kind of person that I am. And that he felt he was still morally superior to me, that I deserved what he said, but he didn't deserve anything for it, for saying it. I think that's weird, bro. That's crazy. It's such an oxymoron. You can see the idiocy in racism, especially when it gets violent. It's like, boy, you just disqualified yourself. I might be a better man than you anyway. I might be a better father. I might make more money. I could think a whole lot of things that are better than me, better about me than it is about you. I wouldn't threaten another human being over the color of their skin with a death threat like that. You would very rarely find any efforts of me threatening somebody like that at all. And if he can threaten me like that, a person like me being threatened by a stranger in the way that he did that, talking shit over the internet, keyboard warrior, he would never say this to my face. He never would. He's talking tough. He walked past 100 black guys a day that he could have said this shit to, but he ain't said it to him. He said it to me though on the internet. He's a fucking psycho and a pussy. But I'm way better than him because I would never threaten another human being the way he did. I'm actually morally superior to him, and I might be superior to him in other ways that he might find some inadequacies in his life that he would have to admit to if we start taking tally. Actually, he was like, "Damn, you the better man than me, man." Like that's what it could easily boil down to, and it doesn't matter to him. So it won't matter to me. I will smoke somebody like that. And race will never be an issue because, like I said, black, white, whatever. Whoever brings the issue of violence to me to try to impose it upon me, your reason almost won't even matter to me at all. All I see is your intent and my reaction. That's all I see. I don't care. The other stuff don't matter at all. I'm not going to kill you harder because you happen to also be racially motivated to hurt me. That ain't gonna matter to me at all. Y'all all gonna get 30 at least. I'm a Magnum. I'm overdue you. Probably. I'm not gonna care about other shit like that. And I think that's fair for me to say that in defense of something like a racist that would threaten me like this, or a tyrannical government. He can threaten me and I'm me. But why the fuck would it be strange that I would threaten the cop that fucking took money from me before? Personally, him. It was him that wrote the citation. I should be able to fucking threaten him the way he threatened me about the $200. I should be able to threaten him right back that, man, you gonna do what the fuck I say, leave me the fuck alone and do it the way I say, or I get on your ass. Don't make me feel scared. Watch your hands. Put your hands where I can see them. Don't touch your pockets. All type of shit. Well, why can't I act like that towards him? You can, though. They think that sounds crazy, but I think that's weird, though. He started this fight. He started this conflict. I would have never stopped his car. What I look like stopping the cop car? He stopped me. For what? I don't even see no victim. Can't nobody even write nothing on paper and point me out as the fucking assailant and nothing. But I owe you $200. No, the fuck I don't. You'll never get that money. Fuck are you talking about? Come take it. And if you talk to them like that, they say okay. But you can't say shit like that to them, and I think that's weird. Y'all are enabling a lane of bullyhood that has gone out of control. The cops are super duper crazy, man. They weird. Man, peace and love to y'all, man. Everybody in here. Dale, Jacqueline, Hope, Angel, Crack That Code. What up, Amy? Cody, Nunya. They're not for us, clearly. Yeah, they are not for us. Humanity way better than what it is that we than what we give ourselves credit for. We are, man. I think the simple fact that your imagination can lead you to desire a world that's more peaceful, more togetherness, more obsession over rediscovering who we are. I think as a whole, humanity should be hyper focused on discovering the history of the world with full disclosure about who the fuck we are, what these archaeologists be finding and what it means. I think we should all be hyper focused on that the way we are when the Olympics pop off. We come together on New Year's, and now I don't even understand how January 1st is the fucking sign of the new year, but we come together on January 1st as a planet. More so than we do to be like, who the fuck are we? Why is that question not stronger than the celebration for a new year? That's in January, which don't make no sense to me. I don't know, man. I think y'all are weird. I think you gotta hijack the fuck out of the human mind and totally derail that shit off into fear, confusion, and a whole bunch of other shit to keep us from naturally wondering these things that I'm pointing out right now, and then naturally just gravitating peacefully towards those answers. Why the fuck can't we just do that? This government is the problem why we can't do that. The Vatican is the problem. That's why we can't do that. London is the fucking problem. That's why we can't do that. DC is the problem. This is why we can't do this stuff. I take great offense to that, and I think y'all being pussies for acting like y'all tough and smart and honorable about shit, but y'all don't really want to stand on nothing. I don't know, man. It's weird. You have to be willing to do anything for the shit that you love if you love it, or else stop saying you love it. I don't know, man. Peace and love to y'all, man. Wu Bang get a gun today. They make a lot of guns, and the price ranges are varying. You can fit anything into a budget if you really focus on it, man. Save you $100 a month until you get like $600-700. Go get you a nice Glock with a flashlight and say, boom, that's all I got, man. It's a fucking pistol. I got one pistol and it's got a flashlight on it. That's all I got. That's way better than nothing at all. And you deserve that. If you got a good heart, I don't know why it would be strange for you to also get the gun. Who the fuck is the gun going to hurt? I asked a gun hater one time. He was talking about my AR-15 doing an open carry demo. This was in my Facebook days, and he was talking about how he don't understand why anybody with a good heart would even be able to stand the sight of, you know, an AR-15. Like, what is the point of all of that? It does nothing but kill. And I said that if I asked him, I was like, if I gave you my AR-15 right now and I said, here, hold it, who would you hurt? He said, no one. I said, what if I told you take it home with you? You took it home with you for like a week. Who would die in that week? Who you gonna kill? He said, no one. I said, see, you telling my story, bro. That's me. Hurt no one. Just because I got this don't mean nothing. You think this thing is going to magically change your heart, that you're going to be capable or willing to do that? Like, what are you trying to say? And he was just like, well, wow, okay. And he admitted he was one of the few people that I changed his mind right in front of me. And he was like, he was like, you gave me something to think about. And I'm not quite sure if he ran off and went and got an AR and really changed his life, but I fucked with his head for a minute because he was like, dude, I know I wouldn't hurt nobody even if I had that gun. And now I sound crazy for saying the other stuff that I said. I was like, yeah, because what they got to do to take this from me if I say, no, I'm not giving it up. Now you think that it's okay for them to threaten me just off me resisting without you even counting the fact that I was already incapable of hurting anybody. And I never have. Like, what is this for then? What is this for? What is this for? His mind was blown. I hope he's somewhere with a fucking AR right now. That'd be fucking dope. RPM Trey Vid, 9 minutes, bitch. Wu Bang, get a gun today. Pay attention, man. They got a plan. They want to do something to you. And I don't even sound that crazy when I say that. You know that it's true. And you can fill in the blank with whatever you want. But they have a plan and they're trying to do something to you. That's super simple. Now dive in. Go in. And then like hold grudges and shit too. Stop being so forgiving to them. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve that. Get a body cam. You goddamn right I'm getting a body cam, Rick James.